darkness. It's Monday morning. I think it's like 11, maybe 11:30 where I'm at. I have to run off later and do some things, go pick up some equipment and whatnot, which I should be doing that now, but I tried to text my helper and I'm not hearing back from him, so it's kind of alarming a little bit. But I'm sure that maybe he's just sleeping late or something like that's going on, and he'll be around. I'll be able to get him, and we'll go take care of business later on. So I just wanted to jump on and say hi to everyone and people that were free and that had a moment and wanted to jump in on the chat. We're going to be doing mainly kind of like introductory things into witchcraft, kind of just a moment. We'll let this guy go by. Go get him. Go save him. Hell yeah. Petersburg's finest is on the prowl. What's up, Cora? Hey, great to see you. Jared H., good morning to you. Moses Martinez, hello. And the consultations that I missed yesterday, I will be emailing out all of you today to reschedule. I know I had a ritual consultation and a one-on-one consultation that I need to reschedule, and I'm sorry about that. It was just a little chaotic yesterday, and so my deepest apologies, but we will get back up and we will do it, and everything will be beautiful. So be expecting those emails if any of you here are catching the live stream today. Hope everybody's having a good Monday so far. It seems to be beautiful out here, and it feels nice. It really does. I'm still kind of wanting to kind of cocoon in there and stay away from everyone and everything at the moment. You know, I'm kind of in one of those hermit phases, but at the same time, I still want to be in communication with you all and with the soul family and saying, hey, what's up to y'all? What's up, Amura? Good to see you. So when you're first getting into witchcraft, typically there's going to be a catalyst for it, or several catalysts. You know, whether they're just strange synchronicities through your friends, or in some people's cases, you run into a lunatic that just happens to have a copy of the Necronomicon and gives it to you. And you crack it open and weird things start happening in your reality. I think a lot of people have stories similar to that with the Necronomicon. That book seemed to really make its way around people's lives and like at weird times and in weird and strange ways. You know, anyone that has any crazy experiences with the Necronomicon, definitely put that in the comments or put that in the chat too. I'd love to see how many people have had crazy experiences with that. And I tell you, I have too. I mean, I haven't worked through the Necronomicon by any means, but I did do... I can't remember exactly what we were doing, and it's probably something that it's best not to talk about what we were doing at this point in time, but we did perform a rite from the Necronomicon, and it was very powerful, and it actually like freaked me out. Like, it was one of the first times I think that I ever really got shook in a ritual like that. Like, to the point to where I was like ready to get up and run out of there. I was like, holy crap, like this is intense, dude. Like, it was pretty wild. So Cora saying, I need something new, fun, and exciting to focus on. What surfaces could you provide to initiate this, JD? Or what do you suggest I focus on? I need suggestions. I'm so bored and doing the most. Oh, I got you, man. Well, today is a great day. It's the 11/11 portal, so it's certainly the perfect conditions, metaphysically speaking, to put this in, to initiate your initiation, basically, and to kind of bolster that passion inside of you and reignite those fires and like place your focus where it needs to be. I mean, I would really say, like, if there is a particular deity, like, so let's like look at like what it is that you want to do. Like, if it's something to where you want to like kindle your creative passions and juices and really open that creative side of yourself to be able to express yourself in different ways and do art and create music or videos or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, or if it has to do with enhancing skills that surround anything, like I just said, King Paimon would be a great entity to reach out to and to begin a relationship with, so that you can be initiated into his current and then learn directly from him and get that gnosis directly from him and that inspiration. He helps people a lot in that degree. I'm going to be doing a group rite for that here soon, actually working with King Paimon. But that's what I would suggest, really just finding out what it is exactly that you're looking for, and then, either go through the Goetia or do a quick search on demons or spirits. They don't have to be demons if you want to work with angels or whatever, or, gods from other pantheons and things, or just even planetary energies, what have you. Just see what correlates with what it is that you're looking for. But for some reason, I'm feeling King Paimon vibes for you, that he maybe even wants to connect with you. So I would kind of start there with that, yeah. Good morning, Francis. Hey. I'll be sending you an email too, I promise you, my friend. And Star Ruby Corsi, hey Star Ruby Corsi, how you doing, my friend? Jared H said, what got me into witchcraft and black magic was after moving into a new place, a bunch of ghost stuff kept happening. Whoa, right? Seeing or feeling things. Since I started practicing, though, it all stopped. Yeah, dude. That's so much very similar to the way that I got into witchcraft, and I think for a lot of us too, it's like, yeah, they will come and find you. Those spirits, your ancestral spirits, or, a lot of us that are inclined to witchcraft, I think that most of us are psychic or have a heightened degree of psychic awareness and psychic energy. And so that does show up differently on the astral plane and in the spiritual realm. I do believe that we do have like little antennas, and they light up and they ping, and I think that those spirits know like what your abilities are, and what they could be if they were nurtured, and they can kind of see that promise in us, and that's when they kind of make things crazy. In order for us to experience what it's like being able to like step over the veil and step beyond the veil, start communicating with things as you're like straddling the fence, so like in many ways, like all of those types of situations, those scary situations and all of that stuff is all training, and those are all initiatory processes in and of themselves. And that's usually how it starts, for a lot of us, as we start having spirit interaction. We start having spirit interaction and we don't know what to make of it. We don't know what it is. Most of the time, most people are scared. Some people are just interested, and they're like, whoa, well, let's go get a Ouija board now and like let's communicate further. Some people kind of go that route, or they'll get a pendulum, or they'll call a psychic or a sorcerer or what have you, or a witch, and try to help them delineate what's going on. But I see it in so many ways. I mean, there's places that have hauntings, and there's a ghost that may not really consciously have anything to do with your spiritual ascent, but I think that they would certainly be placed in your environment and on your path so that you get used to like dealing with them. As a sorcerer, as a shaman, as a witch, you working closely with these entities from the other side is a vital part of your practice, and getting comfortable with that's a vital part of your practice. Um, I mean, if you're a witch, I know a lot of witches, and it depends on like how you define witch as opposed to like sorcerer or sorcery or sorceress. So the way that I see it, and everybody's going to have their different opinion on this definition, but a witch would be someone that strictly works with the elements, planetary magic, herbs, roots, crystals, those kinds of things, but they're typically not conjuring demons, and they're not conjuring spirits. The conjuration of spirits would take you over into the area of sorcery at that point. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, some witches may work with Hecate, and when they're working with Hecate, then they're going over into the area of sorcery. And of course, too, if you're working with spirits of the dead, then you're going over into the areas of necromancy. And of course, like, there is a bleed over into all of it, but it all is doing different things. And I think that it all started out foundationally as what I described, sorcery kind of being saved for the conjuration of spirits, witchcraft for the workings of herbs, roots, elementals, and crystals. And then, necromancy, strictly working with spirits of the dead, specifically and solely. But that's just kind of the way I look at it. What's up, Mistress Morticia? Yes, much love to the Soul family. So, Chorus at Creation, that's what we've been speaking of. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, oh really? King Paimon came up yesterday. Wow, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I can do a meta link. I don't have his up on the website yet, I don't believe. I'm adding the Lilith meta link and the meta link for King Paimon, meta link for Azazel, if that's not up there yet. There's quite a few that I'm going to be adding a meta link for, so I can certainly help you to do that. I actually have a meta link ritual that I have to do this weekend for a client for La Santa Muerte. But yeah, that would be great. So just shoot me an email on that, and we'll figure out how to go about the particulars since it's done on the website. And then I'll let you know how we'll proceed from there. But yes, that will connect you to him in a very profound way. And since he's already came to you, like, that is such a great sign, because that means it's really, really going to go over well. And I think that's a powerful thing when they show up to you. Like, typically Hecate is always going to show up to you. For most people that I've ever met, when they working with Hecate, typically something happened to where she made her way into their life prior. And like, that's just like, it blows my mind. And of course, like, you can look at all of these things as a coincidence, all of it. You can chalk it all up to coincidence all day long, and like, the world and this reality will show that to you if that's the way you want to see it. But you do have to be able to look at these things, not using these two eyes, but using that eye right there, which that's what we're all trying to cultivate and really, really get good at, is honing in on those psychic senses, utilizing that third eye properly. The third eye is not really showing you beautiful unicorns and rainbows. The unicorn, the third eye is revealing unto you the truth. I mean, the third eye really, truly is. It's just like in the movie They Live and putting on those glasses. And then when he put on those glasses, like, holy shit, it's a whole nother world. But no, it is the same world you've always lived in, brother. You just couldn't see. So, as you open your third eye, tread lightly. Expect the unexpected. Mind your P's and Q's. Don't be all fucked up on crazy drugs when you're really working hard on opening that. I find adding a lot of amethyst crystals, even placing them on your third eye, but especially keeping amethyst crystals around where you sleep at night, and then wherever, like on your altar and stuff, and even wearing an amethyst, that's going to help to really amplify and open your third eye a great deal. And I've used citrine with that too before, actually. Umbra Solis, what's up? Hail to you. Yeah. Cthulhu, yo, what's up? Umbra Solis said, I had a dream where I was driven to this abandoned, torn up mansion by a guy in a gray suit. We walked up the stairs to the top floor. He started kicking in doors and says, call him. I immediately say, Belial. Haha, yeah, badass, right? Whoa, so it sounds like interpretation of this dream, to me, it's kind of screaming out already that, like, Belial is ready to roll with you. You are rolling with him, and he is kicking the doors in and exposing things, revealing some truths, injecting you into some situations potentially that you're going to have to deal with the damn thing, kind of like a badass bucking bronco rock star, but he will infuse you with the proper energy and attitude and charisma and machismo when you go do these things, and you'll be ready. Sounds like you've got there's multiple areas there, like 3, 4, or 5 different areas of your life that he's ready to go in and kind of like clean house and clean things up and like do some tough remodeling, Sounds like a cool dream. It's intense. Amun Ra said, I had good results putting a spirit box necrophobic on a handmade Ouija board. Best to record audio for EVP also. It will pick up a lot of missed stuff by the human ear. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely, man. I used to be into like ghost hunting and using gadgets and things like that a lot more than I do now. Like especially just like recording EVPs, but also getting like really crazy footage of spirit interaction during rituals and stuff, or even just in my temple when I was away. I ended up putting a nanny cam in there just to record, and when I was gone, and it was picking up shit like all the time, crazy orbs, conversations taking place between like 2 Russian sounding people. One of the spirits called my dog by its name when it walked in the room. It said Copper. Like all kinds of crazy stuff was happening. A lot of us are having interaction that's just at a subtle level where we're missing it, especially with the fact that we always have all these gadgets going. We always have like this 5D frequency or 5G frequency piping through the environment. That stuff, there are things that I think that we can do with radionics and crystals and things to like amplify some of those frequencies, or to be able to use them to thin the veil and to aid in the manifestation of spirits and things. But some of that technology, just like your 5G signal in and of itself, probably is causing some interference, and you'd probably have even more interaction without having to use these devices if we didn't have so much chaos and clutter everywhere from all these frequencies that we're piping out. But I love using those devices. I would love to get a spirit box. I've always wanted a spirit box. I used to have a K2 meter, and that was fun to use. And I've used like some of those apps. I've messed around with that new Transcend app that Huff Paranormal guy helped develop, and when he uses it on his channel, it really seems to work really well. Mothra and I have had some pretty cool communication with it. However, it doesn't seem to work as well for us as it does for Dave Huff, or whatever his name is, on Huff Paranormal, when he's kind of, trying to sell it to you. Circus Cult, what's up? Hey, my friend. Yo, JD, I say practitioner is a nice umbrella term for people that use all magical systems. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just say that you're a practitioner. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I've gone with nowadays. Like, I do healing work. I definitely do witchcraft, sorcery, some necromancy. You can get into the necromancy area with just, mediumship and things, but I've definitely done some necromantic rituals, and have utilized lots of bones and things in my workings. But yeah, I think practitioner really is just a great umbrella term there for everyone to use that kind of encompasses all that you do, really. Yeah. And I think it sounds nice and professional too, doesn't it? Practitioner. Practitioner has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Oh, so Amon Ra said necrophonic app. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's an app. I'll check out that app because I like to use some of those apps, man. And it's crazy, dude. Like they do work. I mean, they've definitely figured out some ways to delineate what the communication is, to put it out in a way that we can understand it. It's really awesome. Umbra Sola says, I jumped on his knees to break his legs. He rises again and smiles at me, and I awake. What was this? Initiation? That's crazy, dude. All right. Haha. Yeah. And with Belial, you're going to have it happen again and again, like with him. And I'm sure it's the same with other spirits, but I've noticed with him, you're as you go deeper with him, you're certainly going to have deeper levels of initiation. Like there's working with Belial, and then there's like Belial's outer circle, then there's like Belial's inner circle, and then there's being like vessel for Belial, and like, so you're definitely like getting deeper down into his inner circles there, so to speak. In my most recent reinitiation with him, it was a lot very similar to like what you had happen. I went into a crazy rage though in my bedroom, and I had a altar to Belial in there. I haven't really talked about this, so this is the first time I've been talking about it, and I took some pictures of the shit afterwards. It was fucking crazy. I ended up cutting myself everywhere, and I was bleeding all over the place, and I was basically having it out with Belial, like, in my mind. In reality, it probably looked like I was having a psychotic break, but I was, like, having some crazy, like, spiritual warfare with Belial in my bedroom, and I had a sword that I used for rituals, and, basically, it was kind of a test, it was like a test. I was like, fuck you, motherfucker, and I fucking rammed the sword, like, into my thigh. I was just gonna fucking skewer myself. The whole fucking sword bent at, like, a 45, or, like a 90-degree angle, dude. It was crazy. I was, like, laying on the floor in a crying, blubbery, bloody mess. Having almost had to prove to Belial that I was willing to just be as insane as he fucking is. It turned out really, the sword was under the bed for a few weeks. I still have the sword, it's crazy, but I have pictures of it. It was nuts. So that definitely made he and I a little tighter, as crazy as that sounds. Yeah, that sounds like nuts, right? Nutty. But yeah, Umbra Sola said it was quite visceral. I had no fear or hesitation, but I'm curious as to the specific reason. Well, I think you're gonna find out. All of these spirits, they definitely, when you have experiences like that, I do believe that they are highly initiatory, and they're the ones that are gonna leave you. They're gonna leave a lasting mark on you. Like, you're gonna be like, holy shit, like it was like a psychedelic trip, or some kind of really crazy, intense, otherworldly experience. Like those types of things, even if they're just really, really insanely lucid dreams, like, they leave a mark on you. And These are things that really did happen on a realm. Not in this one entirely, but you certainly experienced it. It happened. Dr. Zero Free, hello, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see ya. Of course, said, what's that quote? And once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off. That a fun thought. I'll forever be like this. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah. You know, it definitely opens your eyes to a lot of things, but it definitely makes life really scary though too. And it can make you be a little paranoid sometimes. You know, all of these types of things that you'll have to deal with. And then too, people thinking that you're really dumb and that you're really stupid, but like when you really take a closer look back at them, you really kind of see how they definitely don't get it. They're oblivious. But you know what? That ignorance is bliss. You know, I'm glad that I've been able to awaken to the degree that I have. You know, I'm thankful for it. It's taught me a lot, and I'm able to see the world in ways that many people aren't able to see it. But it does take a level of innocence away from you. Like this beautiful, blissful ignorance of innocence that before you knew all of these things, how simple life was in many ways, even if it sucked. Even if it was crazy, it was still like, you know, what you see is what you get. The world, this is how the world works, one foot in front of the other. If you need to move a box, you bend over and you pick it up. You know, you get up and you go to work every day and you brush your teeth and kiss your wife. Come home and have dinner and just repeat, you know, and that was cool and that was fine. And that was simple. It was simple. But for a lot of us, unfortunately, it wasn't enough, was it? That wasn't enough. No, you just had to fucking know, didn't you? You just had to fucking know. You had to know the truth. You had to find out at any fucking cost. No matter what it was really going to mean in the real world that you're not really wrapping your head around too good at this time now anyway. So it's really crazy, you know. Awakening really is like the embodiment of the Fool card. You're just going out there into this crazy new world head first, not knowing what you're going to find. But you know there's something out there. There's something out there that you're going to find that's going to be worth a damn goddamn it. And by the time I find it, I'm going to be so powerful, I'm going to be able to walk on water and zap lightning out of my fingertips and shit. It is a little disheartening when you find out that that's not really the reality of the case. Most of us really aren't going to be able to shoot lightning bolts out of our fingertips or walk on water, but hey. I guess I'm just thankful that through this path I've definitely been able to really ultimately discover who I am, why I am the way I am. That I am like very different in many ways, but that's okay. You know, we definitely live in a world now where everyone's different as hell and it's okay. You know, I might not like all of it, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. Like, everyone can do what they want and be what they want to be. Fuck it. It's not my thing, but, you know, I just also want the same respect to be who and what I am. And if it's a witch, then it's a witch. You know, it doesn't correlate or agree with your religious views, and I understand and I get that, but hey, there's really not too much difference here between you and I. when it really comes down to it. Let me get back to the chat here. Sorry, y'all. Aaron666. Oh, you gave me a super chat? Oh, thank you, bruh. I'm still working with Azazel, Belial, and Marbos. Hell yeah, that's a great trio right there. That's a powerful trio. What's up, Gray and Sons of Ball? Hell yeah. Great to see ya. Gray said, I can't walk on water, but I can stagger on the liquor. Yeah, man, I had to quit drinking liquor, man. And I'm barely drinking any beer at all. Like one a day, sometimes two, but that's the most. I had to quit drinking liquor. Me and liquor cannot exist in the same place at the same time anymore, unfortunately. And it's sad because I really, really loved it and had a lot of great fun with it at times. And man, it was great. But damn it, it's just too unpredictable. And I'm too unpredictable. So, two unpredictable things together, yeah, you don't want that. Cthulhu said, go to the Dead Sea, everyone floats. I would love to freaking go there and float in that water. Oh, and just be cleansed. Go up there to some of those caves where the Essenes hid the Dead Sea Scrolls. Some dudes go up there and they do a 40-day fast. I guess water and food. I guess if you can live without drinking water for 40 days. Maybe they drink water, but they don't drink food. They sit up in this cave where this light comes through in a certain way, and basically, like, after 40 days of fasting, you're going to have, like, an insanely transcendental spiritual experience, probably like some kind of DMT trip. But that's where they do that, over there near where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah. Amun Ra said, old saloon sign says, liquor in front, poker in rear. Hell yeah. I love that. Some good old Tui right there. I love little sexy, cheeky, jokey things like that, you know. They're fun. They're fun. They're always fun. Aaron666 says, I'm willing to die for these spirits. I have so much loyalty and respect for them. And that's beautiful, man. It's never going to have to come to that, though, I assure you. They're never, ever going to ask for your life. They certainly want to see you here in this avatar, growing spiritually and making all of the improvements and coming to all of the profound understandings that you're going to come to. So they're certainly not going to ask for any type of ultimate sacrifice such as that. So don't worry about that, my friend. Cthulhu said, have you tried sensory deprivation tank? Actually, I have. My sweet baby Mothra, my beautiful, beautiful baby. She gave me, for my birthday, like 2 years ago. We went to this sensory deprivation tank thing in Williamsburg. And they also have like a salt cave where it's like crystals and salt and shit. You just like go sit in there with it. It's like, it looked awesome. We didn't do that. We're going to do that next time. She got me like a sauna package. So we both had like we got in the sauna together. And then we both went into our own sensory deprivation tank. And yeah, dude, it was crazy, man. I felt like I was like just in the womb for a while, but then I really just felt like I was floating out in a limitless void of like the abyss. And I felt like I was like doing like backflips and shit. Like I had like no spatial awareness, man. I mean, like, we were thinking about, you know, taking a few grams of mushrooms next time and going and trying it and seeing what that combination would be like. That'd be kind of wild, huh? Yeah, it's really cool. There's a place in, I don't know where you're at, but there's a place in Williamsburg, Virginia that has it. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like, it has those things and a salt cave and saunas. And it's just a really cool vibe, a really cool environment. It's like right outside of Colonial Williamsburg. like where all the touristy stuff is and everything. That's a beautiful area, and that's really cool, especially if you like history. It's probably like 45 minutes east of Richmond. So you have Yorktown, Jamestown, Williamsburg, like all of that really cool colonial history is like all there, and it's neat. I love it. I think it's really cool, especially when you go at Christmas time and they've like got lots of candles and lights and everything, and there's carriages and people are dressed up and stuff. It's neat. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested. I want to do a deprivation chamber. Yeah, dude, they are really cool. That was a really like one of the awesomest gifts, the experiences that anyone had ever given me, and Mothra was so sweet to do that. I was like, what? I was like so excited. It was really cool. I didn't really have any hallucinations, like full hallucinations, but I will say that it was very similar to like a psychedelic experience. It was certainly similar to that. It was neat. It was really cool. It was a really great experience. Aaron said, I heard little kids laughing in my sleep last night and I woke up like, what just happened? Whoa, weird. That's strange. You could have some little kid spirits visiting you. It could be, from that ancestral spirit that's been around you. This really could be some family members. But it's hard to say. It's really hard to say what you had happen. But that's interesting that you had, and what I feel is it was an ancestral guide, and so maybe this is coming with them, maybe. But yeah, time to cleanse. It's always a good idea to cleanse. That's a great suggestion, Cthulhu. Absolutely. What's up, Morgan? Yeah, some white sage, some Palo Santo. Get you some Florida water. You can make yourself some consecrated salt water that you can use. But yeah, exactly. Like T-Man said, it could be a lot of things. Yeah, just, see what's up. If things start getting too crazy, then you're going to have to shoo them away and lock it down. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great fucking suggestion too, Amun Ra, to take a salt bath, cleanse your energy. Protect your aura. That will help to mend up any holes that you might have in your aura that, where some of those spirits could penetrate through and cause you a little bit of issue. So, yeah, the salt bath is a great suggestion, Amun Ra. Like, absolutely. That's spot on right there. Gray said, hey, JD, have you had much experiences working with Odin? No, I have not. I haven't really worked with any of the Norse gods yet. I do think that that's something that will happen at some point in the future. It's something that I've been thinking about. Like, I actually purchased the Vikings course from Become a Living God years ago because I did plan on doing it. So I bought the course, but then I actually never freaking used it or looked into it like a big dummy. So, yeah. Queen Lagathra, Astermoon, et al. Macbeth. I am the foretold moonchild, bearer of the crescent moon, scar in the center of my forehead under the brow line, which reaches out to my skull. I can't do sauna, way too hot. Whoa. Well, that's really cool, though. Wow, that's really mystical. Yeah, T-Man said cleanse your area with some incense. And, and that's a really good, practice. Like, after you've cleansed, like using sage or Palo Santo, shamanic fire salt, or whatever you're using, then after that, you want to then restore new energy to the environment. Lighting some candles and some incense, definitely the way to go. Reestablishing the environment that you want. So how much salt? Cthulhu is saying how much salt. Typically, when I'm taking a bath, like a salt bath, I'll use 3 to 4 full cups of Epsom salt or sea salt. So I get it salty. Salty to the point to where like there's still like loose salt in the bottom of the tub typically. Wow, Cthulhu said he had a trip on shrooms where Odin said, forsake all other gods and follow me. Wow, really? Damn. Well, that could have been something that you could have tried for a little while and to see how that goes. Well, but I'm sure he would have known that you had the intention of not doing that, and he would have seen that coming most likely. There's periods of time where I will do that. I haven't done it very often, and I know a lot of practitioners do it. Like I think, for instance, Nina the Mystic Truther, soul family member over here, and all of you know her. She's been working strictly with Belial, and I think she's going to do that for like a year or something, like a year-long path working, where during that time she is forsaking all other gods and deities. So, maybe he meant just for like a period of time in the path working, but that would be wild if he meant forever. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that sounds like someone else we know. Aaron said there's a little girl spirit here. I knew it was her. Whoa. Yeah, definitely try to reach out and see if you can help her out. Maybe she needs some help crossing over. Most people don't believe I'm real. Good on you. No, hey man, I know there's almost anything is possible in this world, in this day and age. I wouldn't be any more surprised if I woke up tomorrow morning with my head sewn to the carpet. That's a line from one of my favorite movies, and whenever I get the chance to use it, I like to, so yeah. Amon Ross said, I like to mix the salt personally. I open it energetically, draw sigils in the tub, use sea or Himalayan salt with Epsom and some baking soda to soften the water and the pH. Ooh, nice. That's a great idea. I never thought about adding some baking soda in there to soften the water. That would be very, very nice. Hell yeah. Sometimes too, I'll add some like herbal satchels, like tie it to the spigot and let it dip down in there, kind of like a tea bag, like a big tea bag with like different herbs and stuff. There was a time where I would just like dump the herbs into the bath, but it's such a mess cleaning up, and like you don't want to clog your drains up with cloves and mugwort and all that kind of stuff. So it's best to make like a little tea bag satchel that you can get your herbs and stuff in there still, in your salt bath. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron said, I'm asking Marbos to heal you all, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Aaron, and that gesture definitely deserves a little moment of silence and appreciation and gratitude for that. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much, dude. That's awesome, man. It's beautiful, beautiful, friend. Morgan said, I had heard Odin don't want you to work with other spirits, so I never worked with him. Whoa, wow. So that does kind of confirm what Cthulhu said in his experience with Odin, when Odin came to him and said, did not work with any other spirits. Damn, wow. That's cool. I love when synchronicities like that happen. Yeah, Cthulhu, Marbos is beautiful. Absolutely. I love those lion creatures. I definitely have a strong affinity for the lion creatures, because I myself am a lion creature. Umbra Solis says, I've had a black shadow orb manifest in my peripheral, and I remained looking straight. I told it I welcomed it, and it began to come in front of me. My first experience. Like it? Any gnosis? Wow, that is really freaking cool. That's awesome. I see a lot of like misty shadow orbs and black orbs and things out of my periphery a lot. I haven't really been able to get them to communicate with me in that way. That is really awesome. I would say, go with it and see how they'll communicate. I would maybe get a little nanny cam motion camera, set it in there, You may be able to even see more than what you're seeing now. And then, recording the audio, maybe there'll be some EVPs, maybe it is communicating audibly, but you're not able to hear it. But definitely, with it responding to your commands like that, it seems like it's interested in cooperating with you. So get some communication established and then see what it's capable of. Maybe it's going to be a great protector for your space. Maybe it's a spirit that's capable of going out and handling business for you, and you can assign tasks to it and things of that nature. Maybe it'll telepathically give you a sigil that you can use for it. I would try all of that. Maybe even making a little altar for it and giving it some offerings and letting it know that you made it a nice little special space. Make it feel welcome and at home, if that's the way you want to roll with it. Hey, Mind Pop. JD, what does it mean when you feel something lightly touching your third eye? Oh, wow. That would definitely be an indication that there is a spirit present that is working specifically on that. And it sounds like they're doing it in a very gentle way as to not scare you, but it sounds like you're in the process of opening it further. Like those little taps, that would definitely be an indication of, either you're just feeling some energy that is associated with the opening of it, or in a lot of cases, I'm feeling like that's going to be an ancestor probably that's doing that tapping, waking you up, waking that thing up. I'll have the same thing on the back of my neck, the mouth of God. You can really feel a lot of pressure build up there, and sometimes too I'll actually tap it to give it some relief. But your mouth of God, what some people call the zeal chakra, the mouth of God on the back of your head where your spine meets your skull, that is the area that spirits attach to you when they want to communicate with you, or if they're possessing you. You've heard the term of like the spirit riding a person, kind of mounting them on the back of their shoulders. Well, they attach to the back of your head right here. Kind of like in the movie The Matrix, where they were in those bubble pods and they had those tubes attached to the back of their head. Like we have like a spiritual portal, gateway opening, if you will, called the mouth of God on the back of our head, which I believe should be considered of the 8th main chakra, kind of representing like the hidden planet. So with this kind of being the hidden chakra, that's very, very important, especially for the fostering of your psychic senses and when it comes to spirit communication, because this is the point of contact. And a lot of people overlook it. Yes, I love cats too. Oh yeah, blue aura. Yeah, blue aura is definitely an indication of a healer. A blue aura, and or sometimes like a violet one even. I've been told that mine is blue. Sometimes it is gold and violet, but typically usually blue. You're forbidden by your boss to stop taking care of the cats. Oh, and now you love them. Yeah, the realms unseen and unknown are fascinating. They certainly are, Alman Ra. And, I think that's the thing that keeps us all in pursuit of our spiritual path, is the not knowing. And like getting the little breadcrumbs and like the little pieces and like piecing it all together and like legitimately doing that. Like so much of all of this stuff ties into crazy Illuminati conspiracy theories and Freemasonry, this and that and blah blah blah, and like the Freemasonry stuff and all of that shit is real and it's powerful, especially the real deal, like untouched practices that they were doing, not really what they show to the world today, but when they were working with Baphomet like exclusively, there was certainly some power there. But yeah, just wanting to know and unlock those secrets, and that is too like me knowing inherently that human beings are capable of more, and we're capable of more, and we are designed to function and perform and present at a much, 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 much higher level than we currently do. And all of the things that we are doing, really by and large, is to reawaken those latent abilities that are within us, that have always been there. They've just been greatly dumbed down. And you know how they've been dumbed down, through the pharmaceutical industry, through the food that they feed us, through all the poisons that they inject into our environment, down from the water that we use to wash our body, with the soap, to the toothpaste that we use, to the pills that we take, to the sunscreen that we put on our skin to supposedly protect us. Like, all of that stuff has degraded us in such a profound way that we no longer have the abilities that we used to, like, that we once had. And that's really what all of us are in pursuit of, like, really just becoming whole again, becoming a whole person again, being able to utilize those faculties that are dormant within us. But they're there, goddammit. And I think that you know that too, and that's why you do what you do, because you know what is possible, and you know it's already there. You just have to wake it up. And like all the rituals that we do, everything that we do, it's all about waking that shit up. Do I have any tips for prolonged audible communications in a single sitting? Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, making sure that your energy is chill, and that you're comfortable, and that you're relaxed, and that you're not going into it with a preconceived notion, making sure that you're not adding any type of energy that would make them, like, have anxiety, or that would give you anxiety. You just want to be very comfortable and very relaxed. I would say that, I'd have some incense going. Incense definitely helps. I get some slow burning incense so that you can kind of keep that ambiance established. And that smoke, to me, does, smoke being a manifestation base for spirits. I do believe the more smoke that you involve, I think that does help them as well. So that's the kind of some of the things that I would say there. Yeah, T-Man, humans are capable creatures. We just need to break free. Oh, Cthulhu said, JD, don't forget about my questions on how to befriend the crows. Oh, so on how to befriend the crows, and crows are tied to Odin, as you probably know. I also see crows tied to Azazel, and I usually work with them through that deific mask of Azazel. So I will... in the past, have charged his sigil while I'm also having the crows, like, in my line of sight, and then establish like a little outside altar and leave a plate of, you can leave some food, but also leave things like crystals and buttons and different little things that they will take with them as little trinket items. And you'll begin to kind of develop a relationship with them as you leave these items out there, and they take those items and see, they may start to bring things back to you. But I would certainly, like, oh, you carry a crow collar? Okay, cool. I've never done that. I would certainly use that too. I would definitely use that. I would charge a sigil, like, of Odin, if you want to work with Odin or Azazel. Meditating on that as you're also trying to visually connect with the crows. Like, you want to be sending out telepathic communication to them, like movies in your mind that depict you being friendly, you being an ally and a friend to the crow, you giving the crow food, you petting and loving the crow, thinking and visualizing what you want the crow to see, think, and feel about you. So you're telepathically communicating with these crows. And that's what you can do with every animal. You typically don't want to look directly at them, kind of look to the side, but kind of keep them in your peripheral. Establish an energetic link with them, and then begin speaking to them telepathically by telling a visual story or movie in your mind about you and the crow, and how you guys can get along, and that it is in their best interest and that they're safe to communicate with you. And it takes some time, but like they will begin to come around. You got a crow caller and stuff. It sounds like you're pretty invested and really wanting to do this. And that's what it takes, like anything else. It's going to take some dedication, time, and attention of establishing this connection with them. I've kind of been pretty lax with it. It was something that I used to do a long time ago that I really haven't reestablished fully yet. I've piddled with it here and there, but I haven't really gotten into it. But they still come around. I'm just not in with them like that anymore. So, yeah. French fries. Crows like French fries. Yeah, crows like French fries. They like money, too, and all kinds of other weird things. And they'll bring you some weird shit back, too, from what I understand. So, anyway, y'all, thank you for being here today. On your way out, if you would please give the stream a thumbs up. And if you would please leave a comment in the comments section, because that helps me and the channel and the algorithm. So look out for your boy. I don't know what we're going to say, like Hail Satan in the comments. So put Hail Satan in the comments of the video and give it a thumbs up for you, man. And share it to any of your friends that you think might like to see this, But anyway, I'll see you soon. All the people that have ordered rituals and consultations, I'll be emailing you today to schedule those things with you. Yeah, stay cool out there. Stay awesome. I love you all very much. Hail Satan. And don't forget to go, when the end stream is over, go to the actual comments of the video and put Hail Satan in there for me. Yeah. All right. Love you all. Smell my face. Smell it good. Have a wonderful day.